Drawn up towards the ceiling by a piece of string and keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Okay, hips over those ankles and shoulders in line with the hips. Lifting the hands around the ribs and go into nice wide thoracic breathing. So take a nice wide breath in through your nose. Front, back and sides, thoracic breath, and breathe out through your mouth. Nice relaxed lips, as if you're blowing through a straw. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Try not to lock the knees and don't squeeze your glutes. Okay, breathing in, slowly engaging that pelvic floor, lifting up as if you're stopping yourself going to the loo. And as you breathe out, just slowly lock between the hip bones, so draw the transverse abdominis muscles in, so drawing the hip bones together, as if you're tightening a hipster belt. Pull all the way in as tight as you can. So imagine it's like an elevator, you've come up to that 10th floor, and then slowly release all the way down. Again, on the in-breath, lift that pelvic floor up to that 50% level, and then on your out-breath, engage between the hip bones, transverse abdominis muscle between those hip bones, and then release down. Try not to tighten the rib cage or lock those knees, and coming up to that 30%, so third floor of the lift. Come up, hold in that position, don't squeeze the glutes, lift and hover, and as you breathe out, just try and just gently lock between the hip bones, so you're squeezing your lower abdominal muscles. Good. In your own time, just slowly circle the shoulders round. Just loosen through the shoulders. Keep breathing wide and full and keep the lower abdominal muscles locked at that 30% level. So you're working them slowly throughout the Pilates class. Okay, relax those shoulders. Just want you to close your eyes for a moment with the hands on the lower back. Soften the knees and just gently circle the hips around. And just really think about how your body feels, where you feel tight, lower back, in the shoulders, and back round. And then hands on the hips and circle. Just really think about where you're feeling stiff or uncomfortable. All tight and back round. Good. Drop the knees down, the head down, hands on the knees, and just slowly circle the knees round. And just think about the knees and the ankles. And back round the other way. So really be aware, do a body check of where you feel stiff or uncomfortable. And slowly come all the way up and roll those shoulders back and down. Bring the arms out in front. Imagine you've got that oar between your hands, which is going to mobilise all the way down through the spine. So you're going to circle the arms as if you're rowing in a canoe and try and move and mobilise the shoulder joints. As you circle round, lower the shoulders and really move in those shoulder blades as you circle round. Good. And back round the other way. Keep the knees soft as you circle the arms. And up again, circle round and forward. Okay, coming back to the centre, you've still got that oar between your hands. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Just imagine how wide that oar is. And you're breathing in, engaging that pelvic floor. And you're going to twist to your left. You're going to drop that left hand. Slowly bend the knees and imagine the side of the oar is going to go on the floor. So you're stretching down through the obliques into the hips and lift up. Come back to the centre, shoulders down and twist to your right. Drop the right hand down, bend the knees and stretch. Twist down through the waist and up, back to the centre and again one more. And go across, bend those knees and tap the side, drop that left hand and then up. Back to the centre and across. So stretching the waist, stretching the lower back, drop down, come back to the centre, oars back to the centre, relax the arms, and again roll those shoulders. Okay, moving in the upper back, stretch through the spine, lengthen all the way up, breathe in. Now try and do a little bit of a back extension, but don't move those hips. So just lift the chest up, eyes look up towards the ceiling, just be aware of how it feels in the lower back, breathe in. And breathing out, bring the hands down. One more time, breathe in, lift up. Stretch all the way up, a little bit of a back extension, try not to arch the back. And circle the arms, relax, shoulders relax. Little bit of a lateral side bend as the hand goes down the side, reaching towards your ankle. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out, stretch the other way. And breathe in, lift, keeping that pelvic floor held. Anyone with lower back issues, please place your hands on the lower back or around the hips. And over to the side, good. And one more, stretch over, reach towards the ankle and lift. And again. And come back to the centre, good. Feet wide and twist round to the side. You can lift the opposite ankle to the way you're twisting. Just nice mobilisation through the spine as you twist and rotate through the back. Good. Okay, back to the centre, hands on the hips, soften those knees and big circle now. Moving in that lower back, in the lumbar spine, mobilising the hip joints. And back round. Keeping the knees bent, back to the centre, soften through the back, stretch the arms forward, pull the tummy in and lengthen the arms out in front. It's a nice C shape through the spine, good. Pull the tummy in as tight as you can. So really feel that stretch in the upper back more. Through your thoracic spine, bring your hands together and lengthen the arms out in front now and feel it going down through into the lower back. Pull that belly button in. Breathe wide and full, and then drop the arms down, drop the chin to the chest, and just slowly roll up. And shoulders back, hands back behind the back, open out in the chest, breathe. And drop the chin to the chest, mobilising the neck as you roll the head over to your right, and forward and over to the left. Keeping that nice stretch in the chest, so stretching the anterior deltoids from the shoulder, as you just mobilise the neck. And little circles with the head. Don't take the head all the way back. Good. Relax the shoulders. Okay, going into a balance. Take the feet hip width apart again. Hands on the hips to start with. Shoulders nice and relaxed down. Breathe in, engage lower abdominal muscles. Take your weight slowly onto your right leg and then lifting up the left leg. If you need to hold onto the wall, do. Shoulders down and slowly take the arms out. Keep those shoulders down. Hold in that position. Okay, lift the knee up a little bit more to make it harder. Try and keep your balance. Keep a spot in front of you that you're looking at. And we're going to just challenge your brain a bit. You're going to circle the foot and then you're going to circle the arms. And it's when we change direction. And back round. So foot changes direction, arms change direction, shoulders nice and relaxed down, pull that lower abdominal muscles in, lift up through the spine, lengthen, and release the arms down, shake the leg, ready to change sides. Feet hip width apart, knees soft, shoulders nice and relaxed, keeping the hips in alignment as you take your weight slowly onto your left leg, lifting up that right knee, again a little bit higher to make it harder, hold onto the wall if you need to. Lengthen the arms out to the side, shoulders down, and circle the foot. And arms back round the other way. And change direction. Good, shake the leg. Okay, good. Did you all find that easy on your brain? Shoulders nice and relaxed. You're going to go into a nice roll down, lift the arms up, breathe in. And breathing out. Drop the arms down, chin to chest, soften those knees and slowly roll down. Mobilising through the back as you just roll all the way down. Bring yourself all the way down towards your legs, hands reaching towards your feet. Shake the head to relax any tension in the neck. Circle those shoulders. And breathe in, pelvic floor, lift the belly button as you slowly curl up. And again, 2 more times. Lift up and release. Nice mobilisation through the whole of the back now. Imagine your spine is like a pearl necklace. Let the head drop and moving link by link by link or pearl by pearl as you let yourself reach down towards your feet. Okay, gentle twist, hands going around the back of the left ankle. And then round the back of the right ankle. And just getting that little stretch into that lower back. And just really concentrate on the hamstrings, really try and lengthen As you come back to the centre, reach the arms through the legs, stretching the hamstrings. Breathing in, lift that pelvic floor, lift the tummy, and slowly curl up. And one more time. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out. Drop the arms down, drop the chin to chest. Mobilise through the spine as you slowly roll down. And just stay in that lengthened position so you can feel that stretch on the hamstrings. Really stretching through that lower back as you're reaching down towards your feet. Good. Hold in that position. Breathe wide and full. Let the head drop down. And nice wide breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, just gently walk the hands forward. Keep the knees a little bit soft. So you're in a small down dog, so it's like a narrow down dog. Your head is nice and relaxed. You're going to just have your feet parallel. In that position, take most of the weight onto the hands. And then I want you to bend the knees. So you're bending the knees, and then you're going to lift up. So you're taking a little squat, and bend the knees and lift. Take the weight onto your hands. Everyone all right on their wrists. And lift. Now as you lift, really push. Bottom up. Let the head stay dropped down. And lift. Working through the legs. Try and keep the heels down until you go to the lowest point. So when you bend the knees, then lift the heels. And lift, push the heels back. And bend. Good. And two more. Weight on the hands as much as you can. And lift, working through those legs. And lift. Good. And hold in that position. Now, heels down. If you can, walk the hands a little bit further forward, stretching through the back in the down dog position. Hold. Let the head drop down, shoulders nice and relaxed. A nice stretch through the spine. Head drop down, try not to arch the back. Tuck your bottom under so you get nice curl through the back in that position. Breathe wide and full. The hips. Everyone all right on wrists? Yes. Reach that pelvic floor. So squeeze the pelvic floor and then lift the belly button. So suck your belly up. So you're working the lower abdominal muscles, work the muscles around the belly button, internal muscles as you lift and hold. And then release down. Breathing in. Lift the pelvic floor, squeeze if you're stopping yourself going to the low, and then lift your belly. So feel the muscles pull up. Don't move in the back, and then release. One more time. Breathing in, pelvic floor, and lift the belly, and hold. Okay, now going into the Superman. So holding your pelvic floor, holding your belly button up, lengthen. Right arm, left leg, stretch, 2, 3, 4, come back for 2, 3, 4, pelvic floor, lift the belly button, breathing out. Other side, lengthen, 2, 3, 4, come back for 2, 3, 4. Back is flat and lengthen. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Keep the hips stable. Keep your weight central. Lengthen. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Nice and slow. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Last 2 each side. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Pelvic floor. Lift the belly button. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathe out, don't lift the legs so high, hips in alignment. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. And when you're ready, taking yourself back into that child pose position, stretch the arms out. Nice lengthen through the spine. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Try and get your bottom down towards your heels. So really stretch in the lower back as you lengthen through the spine. Good. Hold that stretch. Really think about your thoracic breathing. So don't breathe into your belly. Breathe into the thoracic spine. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Really expand in the rib cage. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, going into hip flexor stretch. You're going to bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. You're going to bring your right knee in towards you and stretch your left leg away from you. So you're placing your pelvis on your right heel. So you should feel the lengthening on the left hip and then slowly take yourself down. Okay, stay in that position. You should feel your right glute being stretched. If you need to stretch a little bit more, you can grab your left foot and you stretch your quads as well as the hip flexor, but you've got to keep your balance. So this is a ballerina stretch, and you should feel that the front of the thighs, that left thigh wants to push down, so your left quads being stretched, your left hip flexors being stretched as you push the hip down. So you must do the stretch before we start any core abdominal work. Try and keep your balance, keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathe. Good. Lengthen the leg away. Hands come down to support you. Push yourself back again and change legs. Left knee forward. Place your pelvis on your left heel. Push your right hip down. Bring yourself down on the left arm, and again, if you want to get an extra stretch, grab hold of your right foot and stretch the front of the thigh and push that hip down for a hip flexor stretch. Try and keep your balance. And if you can, relax in that position as you're trying to keep your balance. Breathe. Okay, good. Again, hands support you. Bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. If at any time you need to rest your wrists, go onto your elbows and circle the hands. We're going to go into thread the needle, shoulders down, back is flat. So this is to mobilise in your thoracic spine. So you're twisting under and through as your weight is on the opposite arm. Also working in the shoulders, shoulder girdle. Breathe in, engage that pelvic floor, and again lift that belly button to support the spine. And you're going to release your left hand and thread under your right arm, stretching and moving between the shoulder blades, stretching the rhomboids. If you want to go all the way down and stretch through, that's fine. Or breathing in, come back. Pelvic floor lift, lift the belly button, and breathing out. Thread the arm under and through. You don't have to go all the way down, it's totally up to you. Just depends if you feel the stretch in the back. And breathe out. 3 more each side, mobilising through that upper back. Good. And breathe out, thread under and through. The thread. Just looked messy. Make sure we can. Good, so you should feel a nice stretching between the shoulder blades, working the rhomboids, stretching the lats as you stretch under and through. So nice mobilisation for that upper back. Good, last one each side. Really try and stretch, release any tension in those shoulders. Good, is that right?
Yeah, I can really feel
You
it.
feel them lifting up as you... More and more lifting. Pull the shoulders down and thread under and through. Good. Okay, again, when you finish, just rest yourself back onto your heels, stretch the arms out in front, and hold for a moment in a stretched, relaxed position. Okay, tuck the head in, bring the hands down towards the heels. Really pull the shoulders down away from your ears. So really lengthen the space from your ear to your shoulder to stretch in the upper back. You're going to breathe in, lift the belly button and lift your bottom. And get a lovely stretch down through the spine, down into that lower back. So your weight goes onto your head. And curl the lower back, squeeze the tummy. Now release the hands, bring the hands together and lift the arms up towards the ceiling. So you're now stretching in the chest, the upper back. Really reach the arms up, taking your weight onto your head. Let the blood flow into your brain. It's very good occasionally, gets your brain working. You need oxygen and blood into your brain. Okay, now drop the shoulders. So feel like hands are still up, drop the shoulders and then lift the arms a little bit higher. So you're getting a nice stretch into the back. Okay, and gently release, tuck the head in, slowly curling yourself up to a seated position and roll the shoulders back and down. In your own time, bring yourself down onto your back, and we're going to go into the 100. So bring yourself all the way down. So nice warm-up exercise, help you think about your breathing, work the lower abdominal muscles, feet hip width apart. Okay, so check. Your heels are about a foot away from the bony bits of your bottom. You want your heels hip width apart, so make sure you can do the Charlie Chaplin. Heels out, toes in alignment. So toes in alignment with knees and hip bones. Okay, hands relaxed beside the hips. So 3 levels. Breathe in, engage pelvic floor. Making sure the lower back is in a neutral position, a little bit of a gap on the lower back, but rib cage is nice and relaxed and down. Okay, level 1, just lift one leg up to tabletop, knee in line with the hip and foot in line with the knee, and you're holding that position. If you want to pulse the arms, you can pulse the arms. Nice strong movement. So if you're just patting water, you're floating on the water on a lie low and you're patting the water. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Level 2, keeping the rib cage down and the lower back in neutral, lift that second leg. Level 3, you're curling up head, neck and shoulders and reaching the hands. Just make sure it feels okay on the neck, and if you want me to grab your ball, I can. Okay, when you're ready, breathe in, engage pelvic floor. Breathing out, lift that right leg up to tabletop. Stay with the one leg if you want, lift the second leg if you're ready, making sure you don't tense the shoulders and you don't move your tummy muscles. Level 3, curl up head, neck and shoulders. Hold in that position, pull the belly button down without moving that lower back, and breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes look to the knees. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice thoracic breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Knees in towards the chest. Each side. Stretch and lengthen. Lengthen from that hip flexor, mobilizing in the hip joints as you stretch and lengthen. Good. And breathe out, lengthen. And breathe out and lengthen. Pelvic floor and lengthen. Try not to put any strain in the shoulders. Make it work with the hips. And lift and lengthen, working the rectus abdominis muscles as you lift the head. And stretch. And stretch. Last 2 each side and lengthen. Keep the head down if it's too much on the tummy muscles. And lengthen. And lengthen. Last one. Stretch. And release. Good. Knees in. And just rock from side to side. Just massage on the lower back. Left hand on left knee. Right hand on right knee. Coming back to the centre and nice big circles. So frog legs as you circle round. And back round the other way. Breathing in through your nose. Good, and just stretching in those hips. Good, keep the knees in, shoulders down. Going into double leg stretch. Place the feet back down on the floor. Again, we're going into an imprint position. You can just work the arms if you want. So the hands reach towards the knees, and the movement, you're breathing in, lift the arms up towards the ceiling, breathe out, take the arms back, your elbows stay in the line, your peripheral vision, and then circle the arms. A nice movement through the shoulders. You're breathing out, take the arms over, breathe in, circle, and then lift up. Breathe out, circle, breathe in, come round. Level 2, the legs are lifted. If you want to just lift one leg, that's fine. If you want to lift both legs, that's fine. Level 2 with the legs lifted. Level 3, you're incorporating both arms and legs. And then circle. Keeping the tummy pulled in, keeping the back down towards the floor. You're breathing out, lengthening the arms and the legs. And then circle. Level 3, no, level 4, you're lifting the head. Again, the arms do not go too far back. You're keeping the elbows in the line, your peripheral vision. Working lower abdominal muscles, mobilising, shoulder girdle, and keeping the pelvic girdle still. Okay, when you're ready, shoulders nice and relaxed. Level 1, just reach the hands towards the feet. Level 2, lower back in neutral, breathing in, pelvic floor, spine in neutral, then go into an imprint to lift both legs. And choose whether you're just circling the arms. So we'll start with just the arms and legs holding in one position. And lengthen and circle. If you want to challenge yourself with level 3, arms away, legs away, lower back, down towards the floor, rib cage down, working all those abdominal muscles as you lengthen and then circle. Don't take the arms too far back, lengthen and come round. Good. If you want to, curl up head, neck and shoulders. So the hands and the elbows stay in your peripheral vision. So don't take the arms too far back. Lengthen and then come back. Bend there. And lengthen and back. Good. 3 more. And lengthen. Make sure the back is secure on the floor, on the mat. Good. Nice movement on the arms and the shoulders. Last one. Up and round and release. Good. Knees in towards the chest and just gently rock from side to side. Breathe wide and full. Okay, place the left foot down, right hand on the right knee, and I just want you to really try and isolate the hip joint and circle the knee. So hand is circling the knee. Now, I want you to really try and take out the hip flexor. So, I don't want the hip flexor engaging as you circle the knee. So that muscle at the top of the thigh wants to be relaxed. So we're then going to go into single leg circle, but you do not tense the thigh, okay? And back round the other way, so try and loosen that hip joint. Take the hip flexor out of this next movement and lower and change legs and circle. So don't move the hips, try and just move the femur in the hip bone, mobilise that hip joint, get the synovial fluid moving around that hip joint and back round the other way. Okay, knees together, feet together, just do a twist in the back, take the knees over to your right and arms over to your left. Good, and lift the arms up, take the knees over the other way. Just get a nice stretch into that lumbar spine, the lower back, across your thoracic spine, and just relaxing head and neck as you lengthen. And coming back to the centre, shoulders nice and relaxed. Okay, so we're going into the single leg circle. So the aim of the circle is to mobilise the hip joint, work inner thigh, outer thigh. Level 1 is just with a bent knee in tabletop. You imagine you've got a torch on the end of the knee and you're doing a little circle on the ceiling. So you're circling the knee round and then back round. So we'll do 8 one direction, 8 the other direction. Hips in alignment. Level 2, leg is straight. It doesn't have to be big circles. If the hips are stable, you can make the circles a little bit larger. If you find the hips are moving, just make those circles smaller. And don't let the other leg move at all, and don't push the foot down towards the floor. Okay, so when you're ready, shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathing in, engage that pelvic floor and lower abdominal muscles. As you breathe out, lift the knee up to tabletop, making sure the hips are stable, rib cage relaxed, lower back in neutral, shoulders down. And level 1, knee is bent, level 2, leg is straight. So I'll start with level 1 and circle the knee round, breathing out and breathing in. Now, generally you're trying to breathe out as the leg goes away and breathe in as it comes back. So really think about nice slow breathing, nice slow circles. Mobilising the hip joints, securing the pelvis, keeping the pelvis stable using the lower abdominal muscles. Good. Really be aware of the other knee not moving. Good. Nice. Work with the lower abdominal muscles, securing the pelvic girdle as the leg circles round. Good. Shoulders nice and relaxed, head and neck nice and relaxed. Now try not to bring the knee over the hip. It's coming up to there. So think about it more going away rather than towards you, that's better. Watch you not dropping the hip. Just dropping the, yeah, as you go around the side, you're letting it go down a little bit. So, and then putting a little bit of strain here. Don't let the shoulders do the work. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Good. Make sure you've changed direction. Squeeze a little bit more, that's better. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Tense. Last 3 in that direction. As the hips, the hip flexor, inner thigh, outer thigh gets tired, watch that you're not moving those hips. Slow, nice slow circles, last 1. And release. Good. Foot on the floor, shake the knees, pat the thighs. Just let feet together, let the knees just drop out to the side and stretch those inner thighs. Good. Not such a nice position facing the camera. Okay, come back to the centre, shoulders nice and relaxed. Feet hip width apart, hands relaxed to the side, the hips. You're going to breathe in, engage pelvic floor, making sure lower back stays in neutral. As you breathe out, lift the knee up to tabletop position. Stay in that position for level 1. If you want to go into level 2, lengthen the leg away, but make sure the hips stay stable. And breathing out, circle the leg away. And breathe in, come back. Nice, slow, gentle movement, using those core endurance muscles. The slower you go. Try not to rush the movement. Think about your breathing. Breathe out, leg goes away. Breathe in, leg comes back. Hips don't move. And lengthen. Breathing out and lengthen. Breathe in, come back. Good. Shoulders nice and relaxed. If it aches on the hips or the knees, just come into a stretch position if you need to. So you can come in with the knee in towards you and just relax. Shoulders nice and relaxed, spine in neutral. And when you're ready, you're changing direction. Okay, on that hip. Okay. Okay, on the hip flexor.
Yes.
If you need to stop, just bring the knee in and stretch. Watch those hips stay stable. Okay, last one. And when you're ready, both knees in and rock from side to side. Good. Okay, just rock from side to side, go a little bit further and just feel yourself going all the way over onto your side. And over and back to the centre. Okay, hands under the thighs, actually under the right thigh. I just want you to roll up and down. So we're going to bring our head in, using the leg, you're going to bring yourself up, shoulders down and go down. So just nice massaging through the spine. Try and make sure you smooth out the back. So take the tummy muscles out and just work the muscles in the leg. Yeah, let the leg help you do the movement. If you can, then go to both hands and go into rolling. Try and keep your balance, keep your tummy tucked in. Now don't let the head drop back. Keep the head tucked in, nice and controlled. Breathing out, go back, breathe in and lift. Breathe out, go back, breathe in and lift. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathing out, roll back, breathe in, come back. Last one. And roll back and then come up to seated position and hover. Hold. If you need to just take your feet down, shoulders nice and relaxed, pull the belly button in and then lift back up to that balanced position. Keep the head tucked in, hold, and then just slowly lengthen one leg up and then release. Okay, and lengthen and release. Hold in that balanced position and lengthen and release. Pelvic floor and lengthen and release. Everyone okay on their backs? And lift and lower. Working the thigh muscles, lift and lower. Good. Both hands under both legs. We're going to go into oblique, twist and stretch. So I'm going to stretch out round the side as I lift my arm up and over and come back. If you want to work a little bit harder, hands go to the side of the legs. So level 1, hands support the legs. Level 2, arms to the side. And lengthen and circle the arm and come back. Good. And lengthen, stretch through the spine, circle the arm and back. And again, and stretch, circle and back. Good. 2 more each side. And lengthen and circle and back. And lengthen, circle. If it's too much, just take your feet down and circle and lift. Pull the belly button in and circle and lift. Good. If you want to make it a little bit harder, hold in that position. You're going to slowly lengthen the legs into that teaser position. If it's too much, then just relax the legs down. I'm going to take both arms away and do big circles up and round. Or stay in that position and go up and round and hold and release. Good. Lengthen the legs away, shake the legs. Maybe not. Lift up, lengthen through the spine, pull the tummy in and slowly walk the hands along the legs. Shoulders down. If you can, flex the feet, grab your toes or reach towards the toes. Keep the head tucked down as you lengthen and stretch in the lower back in those hamstrings. If you need to, you can have your knees bent, bring yourself a little bit further down to stretch the back of the legs and into that lower back. Good. Breathe wide and full. Okay, tuck the head in, slowly roll yourself up, grab hold of your strap, take it over your right foot and bend the left knee and place the foot on the inside of the right thigh. Okay, this stretch works in the hamstrings but also into that lower back. So if you haven't got a strap at home, that's fine, or just get a tie. A tie is really good. Lift up and lengthen, shoulders down. As you breathe out, tuck the head in and slowly pull yourself towards your foot. Keeping the foot flexed is important. As you bring yourself down, should feel a stretch into the hip and the thigh and into that lower back. Now, I've got my left knee bent, so you're going to take your left arm and stretch it as far as you can towards the foot or across over to the outside of the foot. That's it. Keep the head tucked down. Good. So nice lengthen through the spine. Can you feel that in that lower back? Breathe in. Oh, that feels quite nice. And lengthen. Okay, hold in that position. Now, my left arm that's stretching even further, I'm going to look under it as if I'm looking through a window. So I'm going to lift the arm slightly and do a little bit of a twist through the back, trying to bring my ear down towards the knee. You can place it on the knee if you want. Breathe. And release, and slowly come back up. Good. And grab the other foot, bend the knee. Relax that knee out to the side, lifting up through the spine, pull the tummy muscles in. If any problems with knees or hips, the leg can just go out to the side. Breathe in, have it a little bit bent, that right knee, yeah, that's it. And slowly lengthen down towards the foot. Pull yourself down, lengthen through the spine, tuck the head in and stretch in that position. Flex that foot. Shoulders as relaxed as possible. Now lengthen the right arm over and across the left leg. Keep that stretch, keep the head tucked down, try and push the right knee out a little bit, stretching that hip, breathe. Okay, look under that window. That right arm, lift it slightly and stretch under and through. They should go, that should go into that lower back. You should really feel that down into the obliques and into the right side of the back. Breathe. And again, then try and take your ear down towards that knee. And slowly come back up. Good. In your own time, you're going to come down onto your side. Arms out in front of you. Head relaxed on the floor. Knees together, feet together. Shoulder nice and relaxed. Head relaxed down on the floor. Okay, lengthen that top hip away so the waist is a little bit away from the floor. Breathing in, engage lower abdominal muscles. Pull the tummy muscles in and circle the top arm up, round into chalk circles as you stretch behind you, stretch in the chest, mobilise through your thoracic spine. Squeeze those knees together so your hips don't move. And breathing in, hand come round over the hip and pull the belly button in. And breathing out and circle. Breathing in, come all the way round. Okay, one more. Keep those knees forward. Stretch and mobilise through the shoulder, thoracic spine as you circle round. Good. Okay, stay in that position. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Going into those oysters or clams. Feet together, knees together, arm relaxing under the head. Breathe in, engage the pelvic floor, pull the tummy in. Breathe out, lift the knee. Mobilising the hip. Don't let the bottom go back at all. Breathe in, come back. Keep those feet glued together. And breathe out and lift. And breathe in and lower. Pull that tummy in, lengthen through the spine, don't sink in the waist. If you level 1, keep the feet down on the floor. Level 2, if you want to work a little bit harder, float the feet up in line with the hip and lift the knee. So you get more mobilisation into that hip joint. So this exercise is really good if you get sciatica, so it helps work into that hip and into that lower back. So it relieves pressure on that sciatic nerve. Also working the glute medius and the outer thigh, your adductor. And 2, and 1, lift, hold, and a little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down. Good, and just change the direction, lift the foot, just a couple of times, lifting, rotating the hip the other direction. Knees together, lift the foot, and lower. Good, now the whole of the leg, and lift, and lower. Again, watch the waist stays in neutral. So foot and knee lifts in alignment, and lift and lower. Good, as if you're a dog lifting your leg against a wall. Okay, now lift and hold. Lengthen the legs, the foot comes out in front. Flex the foot, working into that glute medius, glute max. Lift the leg for 10, 9, 8, spine in neutral, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down. Good, bend the knee, back the thigh. Good, roll all the way over onto the other side. Knees together, feet together, arms out in front of you, going into the chalk circles. Shoulders relaxed, head relaxed down the floor. Breathe in, engage pelvic floor, lengthen that top hip away, and circle the arm up, round and behind you. And breathing in, come round. And breathing out, and circle. Good. Stretch in the chest. Stretch that arm back. Keep those knees glued together.